and we are here to talk about sports today. Football Europa League happened yesterday, and we have lovely results and games that happened yesterday. We are going to be discussing all that in the show. We have the Spanish La Liga that played yesterday. Atletico Madrid won their game, and Julian Alvarez scored the only goal of that game. We are going to talk about all this on the show. My name is Godwin, and I am here with the guys in the studio, my 18, to talk about all this. Good morning, John. How are you?
Good morning, I'm fine, thank you. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Nonso. How are you?
Well, good morning, sports fans. Welcome to the show.
Okay, let's give you the results of the games that happened in Europa League yesterday. Fenerbahce 2, Union St. Gilios 1, Malmo 0, 2. It's not Rangers International of Enugu, it's Rangers of Scotland 2. Lyon 2, Olympiacos 0, Braga 2, Maccabi Tel Aviv 1, Frankfurt 3, Victoria Pleasant 3, Roma 1, Atletico Club or Atletico Bilbao 1, Ajax 4, Besiktas 0. Then Tottenham Hotspur 3, Karabakh 0. Okay, let's talk about the sports game because sports is the only English team that played yesterday. Now they won that game against Karabakh 3-0. What do you make of that, John? Because the new guy again scored. Solanke scored again, and the coach came out to say that he's not getting misreading. He's now coming out to show why they paid almost 70 million pounds for him, John.
Yeah, I'm happy Solanke is scoring now and scoring for fun. You know, initially when he came into the club, we were always looking at 65 million pounds for any striker in the Premier League. Is a big ticket, okay, especially as an English player. And finally, we are seeing him getting on the goals. We are seeing the goals coming in trickles, though, you know. And I'm really happy for Tottenham. But the bottom line about that yesterday's game, because I saw the game myself, is the fact that they played for 82 minutes plus extra times, just 10 men on the pitch, and they were able to hold off Karabakh and get the win. Solanke provided an assist as well as he got in on the goal. That is what we love to see. That is the performance we are looking for. And hopefully it continues in this light, even though Karabakh fans will complain that they were stuck in traffic for about 2 hours and couldn't get to the stadium on time. But a win is a win.
Okay, no, so the coach is saying that, he said that he's always winning something in the second season. Now he has an opportunity from the Carabao Cup and the Europa League, because I don't think he's winning the league.
I said this before, I'm going to say it again. I can't judge you with first match. It's still a long 8 games. You just won one. Man United draw this. So I can't judge you with first match. Good game. They've always played like that. He said he's going to play with the high line. Yes. And he's been playing with the high line. And he knows the lapses that comes with playing with the high line. And I think that was what he dealt with first. When you know that, see, this is my style. And this is the disadvantage of this style. And I'm doing the disadvantage first.
Yes.
Before going into the style proper. That is one thing I like about him and his coaching style. He did it at Rangers. He did it every other place. Was it Rangers or Celtic? He did it at Scotland.
Yes,
and
Celtic, sorry. He did it at Scotland, and he's doing it now in Tottenham Hotspur. He plays with the high line, and before you go on the high line, make sure that every other place the defenders or the attackers want to run at you at is blocked. So it's not like play compact, so you have enough spaces. They themselves. So when you're running, you run diagonal, you don't run straight line. And I see them after conceding a red card like this against Chelsea last year. They kept on playing high line. I was like, come on, are you guys not going to? You suffered like this against Chelsea, you suffered like this against Arsenal. You play high line, you concede goals, you go on to score goals, and Karabakh were kind of coming forward to. And oh boy, the match was just. I was hoping, I was on my toes throughout the game because I was feeling like they were going to equalize the game because they kept coming at pressure, they kept coming at Tottenham, but every time they come forward, Tottenham gets a goal.
Okay, well, I think their coach is actually a good coach.
Yes.
If you look at him,
yes.
He takes risk. I like coaches that take risk. You have something that works, but I don't think you should do that with a City. But he tried that.
He did that with Arsenal. He did that with Chelsea. He did that with every other person.
I'm talking about going a man down and still attacking your opponent.
He still does it.
I like the fact that I like one thing about Ange. Ange is very, very resolute in his ways. Like, I like the fact that, like, even when, not to talk about or sell any product right now, even when we are gaming at home or whatever, when I go one man down, I'm ready to kill you even with one man. I'm attacking you consistently. So I like that about him because we share that, similarities. But Ange,
okay, you share. Forgive. Now forgive me, the share.
You share. I understand. Are you a coach? You are sharing.
No, it means he shares that similarity
See,
for console inside
I've
the
been playing
parlor.
manager for over 10 years, so in my mind,
Manager for game and manager for real life no be the same.
no
Okay.
worry,
In a computer they play against.
no worry.
Okay, that game ended 3 goals to 0. Spurs has won their first game in Europa League. Let's see how far they will go in this competition. Okay, let's talk about Jose Mourinho Fenerbahce. You know, they crashed out of the Champions League qualification. Now they dropped the Europa League. Now they won that first game 2 goals to 1. John, do you think that he can, when he coached Roma, he almost won it. Almost won it. And he was complaining about the referee decision in that game.
Yes,
But somehow they lost that game. Now he is back with Fenerbahce and he's won his first game. Jose Mourinho, he is still the special one. No matter what anybody will say in this life, he's going to be the special one till death. What did you make of that game?
for me, the most important thing about yesterday's game was the goalkeeper. I've been looking at this guy for a couple of years because this is one of the guys I bought a couple of years ago in manager, and I've been playing with the guy. The guy
Sorry,
made
before you understand, the manager is talking about he plays video games. That's what it is. It's not actually he's not actually a real coach. He's a game. He's talking about this manager things a game. But
the coming down. So the guy had a couple of fantastic, like you talk about jaw dropping saves yesterday. It was fantastic. He's one of the things I want to talk about yesterday. Before we get into the performance, I want to talk about Jose Mourinho's team. Mourinho has a couple of fantastic players in that side. You talk about Cengiz Under, one of the most fleet-footed players that can bear down on you down the wings. You look at the likes of the Kagla Soyuncu, who we've seen in the Premier League at Leicester City and was it Newcastle at some time. And then you also look at some other key players. You look in that side, you have one of the veterans of Manchester City, talking about Edin Dzeko. You have Cenk Tosun, who's shown at Everton. He's brought in a couple of.
he has Fred.
Yes, yeah.
He met Fred
Please,
there.
please.
He
He
has
met
Fred.
Fred
He has
there.
Fred. Come
He
on,
has
Fred.
Osayi Bright. Let's
Yes, he
continue.
has Osayi Bright.
Yeah,
He has good. Leave Fred out of this conversation first and foremost.
And Fred is his key player in that game.
Please just keep Fred one side. We still have beef, unsettled beef.
Because
So
anything we concern Man United, you don't like that. As I said, Man United, the follow come. Cancel for your list. Every other person is great in that team except for Fred. Continue.
So yes, obviously I'm a City fan and I've been in their shadow for how many decades now. So it's
time for
finally
revenge.
here. It's time for revenge, and they will get it out. So good team, good play, good build up, fantastic goalkeeping. That last goal that was let in was a mistake that I felt so bad. The goalkeeper actually got a leg to it, but there was nobody. The defense, So fantastic game from Fenerbahce. I am going to throw their name in the ring for making it into the finals in this competition if they continue in this light.
Oh wow, okay, John. No, so what do you make of that game, Jose Mourinho? Jose, I like talking
look-
about
look
Jose
at-
because I like his personality. At some point, I wanted him to come to Arsenal. At some point, but it didn't work out for everybody.
There are coaches that when they come, they just want to make their print immediately.
Yes.
Because after the long run, they might leave the club in bad faith or perhaps bitter light, but they want to make their print immediately. And I think that was what he did at Porto, not winning trophies for how many years, how many centuries. He came in, he won it. For Chelsea, the same thing. They've not won anything in almost 20, 40 years. He came in, he won it, dominated. That's making your print. Come in, make your stand, prove that you're one of the best, and leave. After that 3 years, if anything no go right again, come up for there, find another place. I think that's what he has done, and that's worked for him over the years. He came to Roma first, I think, in first season semi-finals of the Europa League. The finals, he didn't get it. He went on, and the next year he got the Conference
He won
League.
the Conference League, yes.
The next year he got the Conference League, and I think that was what Moyes did as well. Went to the semi-finals against Frankfurt, lost it. Went to the Conference League, won it. Went back again to the Europa League. So look at Mourinho. He comes in, he does his homework, gets the player he wants, rush in, as in, it's called use quick fire.
Yes.
Get the trophy in your first year. Second year, try that quick fire again, because at some point the morale will drop.
Yes.
Use that quick fire, get the trophy again. If it doesn't work out, then fine. You know that you start balancing the team or start balancing how you get out of it. But I think he's doing a good job at Fenerbahce, because yesterday's game, I felt like he could have made some changes that could have led to more goals on the side, but he didn't make those changes. And you look at the game go on the way he did, and he progressed kind of good in that game.
Okay, Jose Mourinho's team winning that game 2 goals to 1. Kudos to him. Let's see how he's going to where he's going to end in this competition, because everybody loves Jose. Not everybody, but personally, I love Jose Mourinho because I love his personality. Because like, when they consider that second goal, he was furious. He's always furious, and somehow everybody loves his personality because
Yeah.
he likes to engage the press all the time.
He can also bring out the best in players. What I do not want to go lyrical on Jose Mourinho, but he understands man management to a T. I'll never forget an interview that Lampard gave. He said that one of those training sessions they were having a training and he had a real go at him and John Terry and told them that he was going to go and sign Varane from Liverpool. Sorry, from Real Madrid.
Madrid.
And that upped the level in training from both of them and also from the fringe players on the team. And later on, he put his arm around them as they were closing out of training and told them, "This is why I want you working like this so that these other guys can work hard. Like you guys are my players." So he knows all those inside games on how to drive his players forward. And if you watch the All or Nothing documentary when he was at Tottenham, you can see his candid conversations with what's his name now, Dele Ali. And where's Dele Ali today? He clearly didn't follow some of those things that just was calling out to
I
them.
think at some point when he was with Dele Ali, he kind of brought out the different side of Dele in that.
Yes,
in,
we
for
saw
that,
that,
for like
we
the
saw
first
that.
6 months, and after that, Dele being who he is, didn't kind of followed up because this is a coach that I think he did that with Lingard as well.
Yes.
For Man United, he knows how to bring out the best in certain players, not all the team. Team management, I think he doesn't have that much when it comes to team management, but individual management, man management, he can go into a team of 40 players and get 4 of those players functioning well. And if those 4 players are the leaders of the team, the rest can follow.
The
But
rest
those,
will just follow, yeah.
but if those 4 players are not the leaders of the team, then the whole team will crash out. That's just why they say when he comes to a team after the first year, he's always falling out to players because he's always speaking out on the players, like he's always making out leaders outside the leaders. There are people that are leaders, born leaders, they lead you. Like he in one of his interview, he said he at Toto, there was a match they were going down, they were losing, and they went down about 3 goals down, and he was about to get into the dressing room. The captain saw that he was furious. Not even the captain, the assistant captain saw that he was furious and told him to wait outside. And when he went into the dressing room, everyone was calm. When he came back, he said the guy just went on to do his work for him. That's what they call a leader. And he has taken his time to train that person as well. So if that person is a leader and he can do that with the rest of the team, it means every other person can stand up to the occasion.
Yeah.
Okay, Jose Mourinho, that famous first interview when he arrived at England in 2004, he said, "I'm the European champion, then I'm the special one." That's why we call him the special one. He's going to be the special one till he quits coaching football. Okay, let's talk about the next game. There is a game that happened in Europa. It ended 3-3. It's Frankfurt that is Victoria Pleasant. That game ended 3-3, even though that the Victoria scored 92 minutes. They equalized the game, but that was a good football to watch. 3-3, 6 goals in a game. It was a lovely European game to watch.
You know, it's a good game to watch because there are a flurry of goals happening around.
Yes.
But for me, it also shows you that the defense line needs to tighten it up. Like, what's the use of scoring goals if you're going to just go and turn around like Everton and concede them? Doesn't
This is the Europa champions for 2022 seasons, if I remember correctly, because now they knocked me out of semi-finals. And in Frankfurt, they went on to win it in the semi-finals after knocking West Ham out, and they've come back again. And I think they went 3 straight or 2 straight quarterfinals. They went to the finals or the final twice in the last 4 years, and they won so far. So this is a side I've been looking at, and I say whenever a German side starts on this foot, they don't really get on the winnings. They just get a draw, and from there they progress. Whenever they go on like this, they get into the knockout stages. They're a different side to watch out for. Frankfurt has always been a good side. I still get beef, because now the only Europa League I don't touch my hand on be that. For me to go on and play big teams, and when I saw them, I was thinking they were going to pair me with Barcelona, and they paired them with Barcelona in the quarterfinals, and I felt, oh, I'm going to play against Frankfurt. It's going to be tough going to Germany. I can go to Spain. I've known that right from time that I can go to Spain and survive as a West Ham fan, but I can't go to Germany and survive. It's always tough. The atmosphere in Germany is always tough. And when they gave me Frankfurt in semi-finals, I lost out. Last finals again, they gave me Frankfurt. Sorry, was it Frankfurt or Leverkusen? In the semi-finals again, I still lost. So I know it's tough going to Germany to play in knockout stages of football for West Ham fan. But Frankfurt is a side you have to look at. Just they look corner eye. That side eye, they look them because they feel go on to shock the rest of us.
Okay, that game ended 3-3. Okay, let's talk about the Europa League generally. Europa League. We have seen good games. We have seen Manchester United draw yesterday. We have seen Spurs winning their game yesterday. Okay, Manchester United played before yesterday, and they drew that game. But Jonah, who do you think that is favourite to be winning this Europa League? If you look at the team that are played, because all the games have been played already, even though that it's still the first game, Ajax is still first with 3 points. Remember, it's still the league table. The same way 8 qualifies for the straight knockout stage, the rest will play the knockout stage, and the last 8 will leave the competition. But generally, if you look at this Europa League, how it's been yesterday, day before yesterday, and yesterday, which team would you say that they are favourite to be winning this competition? Manchester United?
Come on, man.
Come on, it's Manchester United.
It's too early. It's too early right now. Everybody should just calm down. You know how Nana used to do it when the
Choir
defense.
master.
Yeah, everybody should just calm down. Let's get through. At least let's get in some games, and we can see a trend. Right now, it's too early to call, but I will not put it beyond these teams from Spain and Italy.
You're going to Spain and Italy. I'm not putting any Italian team up there. I'm putting Spain and Germany.
Okay, Spain and
Spain and
Germany.
Germany. I know. I love England. I love the way the Premier League is played. I love the way the Premier League is run with all the bias and all the media hype around it. But trophies like this still rest in Spain and Germany.
Okay, let's go back from the Europa League. Europa League happened maybe after 2 weeks now. Okay,
Yeah.
after 3 weeks, I think everybody play Champions League. Will
Champions
play
League last
Europa
week.
will
Europa.
play.
The next week is
Conference League. The next week Conference League, they will go back to Champions League again. So it's football every week. It's football every week. When I go play tire, every week we are playing football. So for us fans, we are going to be enjoying football all round, all round football.
At some point, I need to go play myself.
Okay, let's move on to the La Liga. The La Liga happened yesterday, and we're going to give you the results of some of the games. It's Espanyol 1, Villarreal 2, Las Palmas 1, Real Betis 1, Celta Vigo 0, Atletico Madrid 1. Julian Alvarez scoring that goal about the 90 minutes plus. He came in and scored that goal too. It's your man, John.
Yeah, happy about that. Happy also for Antoine Griezmann with the assist coming in clutch there for Atletico Madrid. At the time, I was thinking the game was going to end up as a stalemate, but super relieved to see them get the win and get the 3 points. It may not look as flashy as Barcelona. It may not look as, jaw-dropping as Real Madrid scoring 3 or 4. But teams like Atletico just getting the win, that's the most important thing. Getting maybe a 1-goal win, yes, consistently over time puts them within the shout for the title.
The title. No,
Yeah.
So how do you make of that game? They are not really scoring a whole lot of goals like Real Madrid and then Barcelona, but they are in the title hunt. They signed it. I think Julian Alvarez is about 95 million euros.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Gallagher
is about 50 million euros. So
they have Solot again. They have the quality.
They should be challenging.
They have
for
the
this La Liga.
quality. Look at it. I think he's won 2 also since he came in, and he's always been in the top 4. Before Simeone came into that job, Atletico always finished around 10th and 6th Avenue. Between 6th to 10th Avenue, they've always finished in that side. But after going into the job, learning the way he plays as a midfielder himself, who does well as a midfielder. I saw a game when he was playing and he nutmegged Pep Guardiola, I think during their play years. And after nutmegging Pep Guardiola, he stood by the side and clapped for himself because they were not giving him some innovation as a midfielder, that he's always playing safe, always giving passes, not taking risks or dribbling. Then when he went on to dribble one, nutmeg Guardiola, and pass the ball to the next opponent, his teammates, he stood there and clapped for himself and continued with the progression. So I think he had that flair among him to ginger to send a shock wave to the fan base, and also for support, and also to the team from the sidelines. He commands that, like just how Pep does it. They command that ginger from the fans, and I think he's done that in recent years. You look at it as a different person, but he's done well at Atletico Madrid. He's going to win trophies this year, but not the La Liga, because he can only challenge for it. He's going to win a trophy this year, but not the La Liga. Maybe the Copa del Rey or something else. But he's always in that top 3 conversation.
Yeah, I think they are all on the table too.
I think this season is going to be one of those seasons where you say he might finish ahead of one of these 2 teams. He might finish second, or he might just finish third. He's just going to be, because you can't. I keep saying this. You can't bring in 5 players and expect instant results from them. You need to give them time to grow.
Okay, guys, remember we are live on YouTube at Volt FM Sports. We are live on YouTube at Volt FM Sports, and we have some comments here. I'll read some of these comments, and it's quite funny. Juju, when we ask that question, do you think that Manchester United can win the can win the Europa League? Juju from our YouTube started laughing, and he put cap. You know, in Nigeria you put cap, you say
Meaning na lie na.
what you
na
talk?
cap
Na cap.
na cap my guy. Well, no, you see, none of us use Man U get hope this season. You know, they see the build just like many person use Arsenal get hope of winning Champions League. None of them get the hope. So more leave Man U.
What you concern Arsenal with this?
No,
talk
not the
now?
same thing.
No, so cannot talk without dragging Arsenal inside this matter.
You with the bad belly Man U. How
What's
much?
up? They are rival, like light and day. They are
Eh.
light, they are night.
Okay,
You know?
Emmanuel Okitibi say it's too early to see who wins it, but please remove Manchester United. Omo,
Thank
they
you.
don't like Manchester
Emmanuel,
United.
I'm supporting you, I beg.
The Stockish NG is saying, Ajuju, wetin Manchester United do you now? Everybody is not talking about. Nobody has hope with Manchester United. Okay, let's even talk about Ten Hag a little bit, maybe in 5 minutes, because what is now trending on social media is that they want Ten Hag gone. So let me ask you guys again on live. This we are live, so everybody is hearing us. Probably you can call us in and tell us if you think that Ten Hag should still continue at Manchester United or they should let him go. Probably, do you think that they can give him this season to finish up whatever it is that he's doing? Because everybody is complaining. 3 years you bought in fact you bought almost all the squad now.
Yeah.
You will not say that this is not your own players, that you are still with the
These are your players.
now, but you are still struggling to win games. Sometimes they play well, sometimes they don't play well. Sometimes when they don't play well, it is obvious, like it's crazy that they don't play well at all. Sometimes they play well. When they play well, they don't score goal. So call us and tell us if you think that you should allow, maybe Manchester United fans or any football fan, tell us if you think that Ten Hag should stay or they should sack him and bring in another coach. Okay, but let me ask you guys, what do you guys think? No, we talked about it on our podcast yesterday.
Yes.
If you have not seen it, go to our podcast and see. We talked about Ten Hag throughout yesterday, talking about if he has to stay or go. The guys had their own opinions. Go there at Vote FM Sports. You can see that. That's actually the first video you are going to see. But on live here, guys, do you think Ten Hag should be staying? Because based on the comments we are having, based on social media, most Man U fans want him gone. They are saying 3 years it's enough for us to see progress. They are not seeing progress, even though Nonsomi and Nonso are arguing off camera. He's saying that he's seeing progress, but we are live on radio now. We are live on YouTube.
You say you are not
Some
seeing
people wey get
that.
club no see progress. Now you wey be West Ham fan wan see
Calm
progress.
down. No, it's
It
not,
happen.
it's not about progress. You say pattern, style of play. We are seeing the style of play.
Okay,
This
but we are
year,
not seeing
The
progress.
thing is, like I said this about Angie. I said he wants to play a high line. But before he could play a high line, he had to deal with, understand the sentence, deal with the defensive lapses that comes with play with the high line. You get? Ten Hag no deal with that lapses. Now, wetin make am be like say the style no dey work. Because the style has worked different places. It worked in Bayern Munich, it worked in Ajax, he won trophies there. He worked to some extent at Man United in the first season until Harry started doing what he has to do, until injury hit. You can't play a style with your injury case and you keep changing lineup every week. You can't continue to play that style unless you have players that are credible on the bench. You saw what happened. Wait. You saw what happened with Sofian. And I keep saying this, last season, many of the players he had on the side last season were on loans. Many of the good players he had on the side last season were on loan. You can't build a team on loan players where they are not going to stay permanently.
I'm not trying to.
You can't build a style. You can't see what's it called, progression of a style when most of your players are injured. See, we keep talking about last season, yes, but this season not starts now. He's gotten quite some players in, and everybody expects instant impact. You don't expect instant. I see they talk at my own club. My own club signed 9 players. All those 9 players now flop for the club. Let me now give you an example. I was talking about in their individual rights, they were all good players. My own club, West Ham. Sola an attacking midfielder for a club where he come from. Do you know how many goals he scored per season as an attacking midfielder? He has only 2 goals and 2 assists as an attacking midfielder. Now he want to play ahead of Paqueta for West Ham. Now he want to play ahead of Sunchek for the same West Ham. So it's just what you say. You're bringing someone in that you know the person that is leaving is better than him.
You know, but at the end of the day,
Man United fans said they don't want. Man United fans say they don't want Saka. He's not attacking minded. He's not this. He's not that. They brought him as Rawi. Fine for them. He's good. Rawi is good enough. But that lot that is also going on attack is like Trent. Whenever they are defending, he's not there to defend. So you can't build your team on player you are not sure would give you what you want. Now there's no left back in the side. You're playing the right back as a left back. You're playing people off position. So I said this last season. Throughout last season, Man United had one defensive midfielder, and the rest of the team were injured.
Whose fault is that?
Thank you.
See,
That's
it's
the
not the
main
coach's
thing.
fault.
It's the coach's fault, Baba.
It's not the
There
coach's
is
fault.
nothing you want to tell me now that
It's
will
not.
absolve Eric Ten Hag of that fault. See, you are going into a new season in the Premier League,
plan your
coming
squad.
off a bad one. You have the board took 3 weeks to assess you. You came off a bad season. You didn't go somewhere and go and take stock of what you did. You went to Ibiza to go and chill with the big boys.
No, make
and
it kind of
relax
suffer now.
and have
Make-
fun.
make it
You
suffer.
did not
You go
plan
go
your
flex.
squad while you were away. You needed a 3. You needed to sign a left full back into that squad. You did not do that. You left that thing undone. And who's to blame? At the end of the day, we'll sit here and we'll say it's nobody's fault. There's a statement that goes around in the US. I'm going to say it here because it counts in this situation. In America, they say the buck stops here. Okay, that's what somebody who is, like, for example, a president will say the buck stops here, which means every other person in this country can pass the buck. The man who is the gatekeeper can say no be my fault na oga fault. This one can say, but oga cannot say it's another person's fault. Ten Hag cannot say it's another person's fault because the buck stops with him.
So is
you
the
go
one
into
is
a
the
Premier
one
League season, you're not getting a left full back. You have Mami Water players in your side, according to Bishop that used to say that here on the show. You have Mami Water players, you have Lindelof, you have Maguire, you have who else do you have in that? Baba, sign 2 or 3 credible centre backs that can do job for you now. Look at Euro you brought in. Look at Delete. Delete is the only performing centre half in that side alongside Licha Martinez. If you ask me,
2 matches in a row now, Maguire has started and he's played well.
And you need to strengthen that back line because that back line has to be now. They don't understand themselves. You need a left full back.
Look at it.
And Dalo, that is a right full back that should be playing his position or being as a compared to Mazraoui, is being forced to play off position. You see them exploit that his flank. You see them exploit Mazraoui's flank, and you need to put the team in order.
See, no matter how you see it,
adjust,
no matter if you see,
buy
the
players.
You rant, and what I have to say is it's not his fault.
It's his fault.
He came
There's
into the
nothing
job.
you can tell me.
Job with the 2 coaches before him said they need a total overhaul. Now the club, you know, I said this before and I'm going to say it again. The club was under last season was under what they call a takeover. People that are leaving can't spend money on players. Glazers didn't spend money on much players. They went in your team. Hey, calm down.
No, they never leave now.
No, they shout. In charge of footballing activities, they've left that one for the juniors team. Now the players he brought in, you don't expect them to come in game week 1 and start seeing impact. I gave you instances before the season start. I said these players when they come in new season, they will need time. I said it. Hey, now you're singing praises of Delete. How many credible mistakes did you think Delete has made this season?
Calafiori came in this season. First match impact.
He no make any impact. They see the player from bench. Why he never starts match? Now see him. They exploit score the goal against Man City. Now still he win the exploit. Him and James.
How many goals he don't score? How many your defenders don't score?
The same thing now. Delete will just come in. If you want to say they don't make impact, Delete don't score 1 goal. Yes. They don't keep 3 clean sheets.
I said he's the only credible defender in that Manchester United side alongside Martinez.
Even if they come in this season, you can't expect this thing they are playing is just patch up. You are not seeing impact. These players are still going to grow into the side. Ugarte came in, first 2 matches he did well as a sub. This match against 20, you saw him falling off gradually. In the first 45 minutes, he was standby on the team. After 45 minutes, what happened? He started dropping. Eriksen, an old man. Then I agree with you when you say they need midfielders, they need players in. I agree with you in that part. But don't say it's the coach's fault because if you look at everything he's done, he's said so far, the scouting team are not getting enough players. They got in Ugarte, one defensive midfielder, to compete with Casemiro. Now that one is to compete with Casemiro to bring out the best. Okay. You not select who better, but you can't still judge Casemiro or off his games because he's not on full form now, and you can't still bring Ugarte to give you instant impact. I said this before. I'm going to say it again. You don't expect instant impact from players. All of us did for this show. The same show where all of us did where they criticize this man. Now the same show all of us did when all of us talk say Kylian Mbappe no go to stop penalties every time because we know. And I said it on this show. You don't expect instant impact from the guy. You need to give him time to grow into the Real
On
Madrid
this
side.
show, I've said that allow Mbappe score his penalties. It will build his confidence and he will score.
Now
But
the same you they thought say you no go deliver
back to the
penalty.
matter
Now
that
the
we are
same you they thought say you no go
back to
deliver
the
penalty
matter we
for
are
life.
talking about. Why must they buy outside England? You are coming into a season. You need to strengthen your team. See, there's nothing you tell me here that will absolve Ten Hag of responsibility. There
John,
is Amadou Onana.
you know like
There are other credible DMs in the Premier League that you can bring in. Even Casemiro you are talking about, Baba should be exited last season, for crying out loud. Change this. CM, don't let me blow my top here. Casemiro should have been exited.
No matter how you
Eriksen should have been exited. Who
you
else
can't
again?
exit. You can't exit. You still. I keep saying this. No matter how you say exit, if you exit all your players, who go? That was the same thing this person did. Who was the experienced player after they all left? Zlatan was there. Every other person was there. After all those people leave, after all those people left, who was the experienced player there? Then now you now start feeling like all the players that are there are wasteful because now young players you want to get for the side. You need experience and youth. And Casemiro,
You can
Eriksen,
buy experience,
calm down. You
but
cannot buy
30
experience.
years plus.
You cannot buy experience. You cannot buy experience. Cassie, Eriksen, Evans are there to you help the young. You hear say
Whoever
you hear recently say Jones don't retire. Where it say Jones dey? Throughout last season, Jones was injured. He was not on the side, but he was collecting his full salary.
Why should that happen?
Now I saw a report that he was one of the assistant coaches for the under 16 side. What did they do? They kept a clean sheet for the whole season. They had the less numbers of goals considered as a defender as the assistant coach. Wetin happen? It took time because after some time he was being dropped off the senior team. He was going to play with the reserves. From there, he started playing with the under 16. Now he's coaching the under 16s. So you just can't terminate. You need experience. No matter how. Let's talk about the EFL Cup that was played. EFL Trophy Cup that was played by United under 19. Played against a side. The attacker of that side, how old do you think he was? The striker for the team they played against was a 39-year-old man. So you need experience to blend with youth. You don't just need all the youth and pace. You need experience to blend
go to
with
the
youth.
academy.
Okay.
I can tell you will not see a 39-year-old man playing with reserves.
Okay, remember guys,
or academy boys.
We are live. It's getting hot in the studio. We are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. You can call the number 0706 048 5853. Call us and tell us what you think. If the hack should be should go move out from Manchester United, or probably they give you more time. Not so he's saying like they should give you more time for him to succeed. But let's see what happens with him. Okay, we have some comments here on our YouTube channel. Our YouTube is at Vote FM Sports, and Juju is saying, why is it that they always blame the coach and never the players? I've been at the hard go help players tap in the ball for net.
Who brought the players?
Then Emmanuel is saying 3 years yet no style of football for United. And also, what is the style of play when he can't even give the players consistent football?
Thank you.
Emmanuel is also saying, and also, who drew the list of needed players? Was there ever any time Man you pursued a left back? He was just asking a question. I think they didn't buy a left back. He's also saying he's also saying Emmanuel is also saying going is not the issue. Who will come? So he's talking about people leaving who will now come.
Who will replace them? Now look at it. Last season, I remember they brought in a left back on loan. Reguilón. Yes. What happened to Reguilón after when he came to Man United? He was playing. Malaysia didn't play a single match. No problem. Shaw didn't play a single. Shaw came off, played some games. No problem. Malaysia didn't play a single match. He was having injuries. No problem. They brought in a player on loan. And the medical team, what did they advise? They said by January all these players will be available. That was. And what happened? They said
I remember that.
The advice was let him go.
I remember that incident.
It was a foolish move.
He took the coach. Now everybody will come outside now blame the coach. But throughout last season, you had a working left back on loan. You had a Sofian Amrabat that was a defensive midfielder. You have him play for left back position on loan. You have what's it called? Sabisa last 2 seasons on loan. These are credible midfielders that could compete. Sabisa could compete with what's it called Bruno Fernandes for the attacking midfield role. Let Fred go. Yeah, do you know till now Man United don't have a replacement for Fred. They don't have a replacement for Fred. Sabisa, who they brought in on loan and let go on loan.
I beg, who be Fred? Who be Sabisa?
They brought in.
Why are we talking? Who be Fred? Biko? Who be Fred? Then they can't meet when they put more they raise and when they can't.
That personal beef you get to these players. They brought in Sofian Amrabat. to play as left back, a defensive midfielder, because of what he did with Morocco in the World Cups and the Europa League season before that. What happened after? He came in, he was played off position, and you keep playing him off position, and when you play him in position, he gives you results. When you get the players,
okay, let's talk about this season.
now look at this season, they brought in a team. Look at, because when, like, you know, when John was saying in the podcast yesterday, he said something in the podcast yesterday. He said Ferguson handled everything, that the roles have changed now. Now the roles is, I need certain players in certain places, and they're telling you, make this person play that position. He's played there last year. We can just get you one more. That's why Dalot is still playing in left back. They could have gotten a left back, and they're telling you, okay, fine, they have academic graduates that could play left back, which I believe in those players that could play left back. They had those players under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. What happened? Brandon Williams. I give you a name, Brandon Williams. He played in that position under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He did well. He shipped out on loan to Norwich. He did well at Norwich. Now he's out playing his football. He's excelling somewhere else, outside Manchester United.
I just have one question to ask you now. So when you close your eye and they call Manchester United starting 11, left back Patrice Evra versus left back Brandon Williams, who you go choose? You dey whine me?
Patrice Evra was reckless, was a radical left back, was a radical defender. He's one of the greatest defenders.
The bottom line is not talent. The
I
bottom line
I can't
is
come now
players
and tell
that would come and take game for you.
Okay, fine. No, since you want to go,
If they call Brandon Williams,
since you want to go by the ancient of this now, let's close our eye and call the Brazil team. Who in this current Brazil team will play in that Brazil team of them? None, as in zero. Even if they times two all of them, even the Vinicius, they times two all of them, 3-3, may they give them like their normal skills, 3-3, times them times 3. None of them will fit into that former Brazil side. It's just the way it is. None of these players now, I'll say it with all my full chest, none of these players that play for Man United now can play for the Man United of Ferguson.
Okay,
none.
Where do you see? Okay, remember, guys, we are live on YouTube. Call us on 0706 048 5853. Let's get your opinion about this. It's getting hot in the studio. Hello, good morning.
I've been missing in action. I was busy because of busy somewhere.
Okay.
Let me contribute. I think what John is trying to tell you is the quality that plays for United. I think that's the point. Yeah, the quality. What United used to be. That is it. Yeah, that one clear. Then, my only problem with Eric Ten Hag, I've always said it here, is that I think I have every right to question what someone has done after 2 years.
Yes, sir.
You don't have a team after 2 years. I always say it here. It's not about the one FA Cup here. I'm not saying he should be sacked or he should stay, but I'm looking at his team. In 2 years, he cannot keep preparing his team. No, now. He's not there now. He's not.
Okay.
I'm saying that we should not question him after 2 years, and you still yet coming to have a team.
I'm not saying don't question him or his tactics. I'm only saying even if you have doubt, still believe. If you question him, finish, still understand that the managers before him have said they need a total overhaul, and he's coming. Yes, there's still no total overhaul.
Okay, this Man U team now, how many players the one his team met there? He bought like how many now?
He has about 8 players or 9 players started that he bought himself.
And that's yes.
So is his team.
Can still not play the way you want them.
You don't expect, like I said, you signed players from last season. Those players gave you results and went on injury.
Wait now. How many seasons or how many years is enough for you?
How many matches? Okay, how many seasons is enough for me?
Yes.
How many seasons is enough for me? How many seasons did Ferguson finish in the first top 6 before he won his first trophy? John, don't answer that question.
You keep going back to Ferguson.
You go back in time.
Keep going back to Ferguson.
Thank you.
No, see, you know, there's something I learned so far. They said, if you don't learn from history, be prepared to be doomed by it.
Let them give the high 6 years.
You give him time. Ferguson first.
The man has been given time.
Which time? 3 years.
Yes. That's football now. 3 years is 10,
Hello, good morning.
10 years.
How many years they give club?
In the past.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, guys.
Good morning. Name and location, please. Okay, what is your contribution?
I'm telling you, Spain time every day. That what I have to say is right. If you look at Manchester United team now, there is no pattern that Diag is even using to win matches. There's no pattern. These players here are very lazy.
Thank you.
They just get to come to chop money. Look at the which team the man going to be build with Manchester United with this kind of team. In this kind of team, the team need to be refreshed. We need to be refreshed. I'm telling you. And I think himself, it's not across himself that this issue.
Thank you.
Allow the club to even buy players for him, that to buy players that cannot win play for the club. Look at his America. Even the sports director bought players for him. He himself choose the player he wants. Selected the players he wants and will play in his own pattern. The player is his own image. His own image. He has seen how those players are playing for his America. Flashing things like teams that are small. Encouraging those players, making those players to feel at home. Not all those players are his own children, as his own brothers. And who is the hag that we just call the people and say that I know you want AFA Cup, Carling Cup. We know that we're not expecting that, but you need to understand that encourage those players for the players to play for you. If not, even the way I watched that match against on Europa League, man, those players play woefully. They play woefully. I'm telling you, they play woefully.
Okay.
And the city that the fans that they should calm down and allow this coach to do his thing. And the worst is that how can the sporting director become social media and say that 2028 the Manchester United will start winning trophies. They pick up form and they are winning trophies that they will go. In the without winning trophies that they will also come and fight trophies with Chelsea. Let's try that to see education and go.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, it's getting hot. And I think the one of the issue here is that people want to understand if the money is spent, that's always people going to look at. Ferguson didn't spend money, they can allow me, and they were probably in bad pass. But if you spend probably $90 million for probably an Anthony, for example, people always going to question the way you spend money. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
Let's see what this man is doing at Aston Villa.
Thank you.
Don't you think he has a better team than United? I'm talking of his team. Who has been built? Who has had the way of playing? How many years do you think it took Unai Emery to build the team now he's using? Look at excellent results. Good playing ball. When they want to defend, they know how to do that. When they want to attack, they know they can do. I have counted like 3 matches down with 1-0. They won those matches. So the way they want to play, they know and they know how to execute it. They can defend very well when it comes to that. They can attack you and score you goals when they want.
Okay.
Understand me? Then what are you going to talk about the way they played against the 20? Against Crystal Palace, I took nothing away from them. Excellent job they did. Because they couldn't score goals. But against 20, it was not it. The performance was not there. Okay, you scored a first goal. Don't know whether you want to defend or you want to go and defend the 1 goal. What is 1 goal now? There's last, no attacking again. So now, no, this is not it now. If you want to defend, at least defend well now. If you want to attack well. Let's know where you stand. You can't defend, you can't attack, you can't play from the midfield, you can't play from the wing. What is our pattern these days? I don't know how much you can tell you.
All right. Not so we explain the pattern to you. Not so has the pattern.
You explain tire.
Do we play from midfield? Do we play from the wings? Do we score more goals and concede less? Or do we defend and score goals? And what do we know now for now?
Okay.
Like, what is our character for now?
Thank you very much.
We are asking. I have nothing against your man, but we are asking questions. Nigeria president has not stayed like 2 years, but we are questioning what he has done for the 2 years. Man, 2 years is good enough.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Man.
Thank you. Valid points all around.
Remember, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. So I'm going to read some of the comments here we have on YouTube. Emmanuel Okitibi is saying he made a request for Legarion and he didn't sign him, which means he didn't want him badly. He's also saying so you want a team to progress and you are calling Fred Amabrat, bros, will you buy these players to progress West Ham? So he's also saying,
give me Fred anytime, any day. I need that person to compete with Sunche.
Emmanuel is also saying a coach that knows what he wants will keep Regalion. Arteta bought Caliafroli even when he has 3 players already playing left back. Emmanuel Oketibi saying, so how many United players can stroll into Arsenal, Liverpool, and City side and play? They lack quality. Okay, now so within 1 minute, you have the hack style. Just give us just one. This, the last caller said, are they a midfield side? Are they playing from midfield, from the wings? Do they defend well? Say Arsenal needed to defend. They defended almost 15 minutes plus.
Defended credibly well.
Do you understand? So
to them for that.
Just give us what you think. Just within 1 minute, what do you think?
1 minute not good enough to give.
What do you think that is the style of the Hag? Give me the style of the Hag.
See, take that speech and abridge it.
As a coach, I want to explain tactics
as
to
a
you.
fake
1
coach,
minute. Not be fake coach. Me, I get football club.
Uncertified coach.
I never get
Please,
certificate.
don't
Yes,
hire
no
this
problem.
man. I'm begging you.
I go for certificate training this September, October.
Vision board.
No, not be vision board. October we go start training. So I go for training. I will certify myself at the end of December. So look at it. If I say I explain the tactics
1 minute, please.
In 1 minute, 1 minute to go there enough. No, on to the next one. 1 minute to go. No, I keep saying this. I can't be angry at Ten Hag, or perhaps be supporting Ten Hag and say give my coach time. This is a side that let me see if I can sum it up. They play from what's it called? It's always when they play 3-man back. Like I said, you want to play a high line, but yet you've not treated the lapses of play with the high line. A 3-man back where one of the fullbacks is inverting into defensive midfield, supporting the defensive midfielder. You get that's 2 defensive midfield with one of either the left back or the right back coming into that position, and the forward line going forward to pressure the position's half. So the rest of the other players, 1 defensive midfielder, 3-man back, 1 defensive midfielder, and 1 of the wing backs inverting, and the remaining players going forward to pressure or choke out the position from building from the back.
Is it working?
They never
wait. Let's not go there. My own question is, was this what he did at Ajax that made Man U bring him?
Yes, that was what he did.
And secondly, the people you want to use to execute this, is it Licha that cannot run to save himself? Or is it slow motion Maguire that you are going to use when you play a high line?
Don't go there.
Okay, guys.
You say Licha is not fast. Licha and Romero, who fast?
Baba,
go check their speed rating. No answer me now.
Go and check that game. How did they concede that goal? Baba, you can't play a high line if your players can't track back fast. Because a long ball and you have conceded.
Like I said, see what I talked before. If let's say you carry Scotty for I tell you, say before you go play high line, you go don't know the disadvantages of playing a high line. Then you start to battle disadvantages.
You don't say you never get what you need to play high line. Why are you playing high line?
You go play him, but you go treat the disadvantage. Arsenal did not have a good defense before now. I know say I wait.
Eric Ten Hag is performing trial open heart surgery on Manchester United.
I know say I watch Arsenal match where they want play corner, they want play free kick, and one of the defender go they hug the referee. Instead of making the mark player, they hug. That was then. Colosina shall not me name. Go they hug referee where they want play corner. Like I know corner, so it's just and gradually they shit out all of those players and gradually they brought in players. I'm saying Maguire shouldn't have been in Man United. At some point they needed him at Man United for 4 million or so. He said at that time they said he's not Man United quality. Why would you not go and get him after 6 years
and overpay
for 20 or 80 million?
And overpay.
You not even overpay. You extra curriculumized overpay. Like you triple the overpayment.
Okay.
Player worth £4 million after 6 years, you're getting him for 80 million.
Let's see what Ten Hag, if he's going to survive this season, and I think if he finishes below top 4, I don't think that Man United will keep him based on the money they have spent. Because the issue these days is that you don't spend 2 billion or 5 billion pounds, and you are finishing 8th in the table, and people will still give you time because you won the FA Cup. I think that FA Cup saved him. I think, apart from that FA Cup, I don't think he would have been in Manchester United.
Let's be honest.
Team, being managed coach now. But let's see what happened with him at the end of the season. Okay, guys, we have games happening today. Today, in the La Liga, is Rayo Valladolid versus Mallorca. It's going to be happening by 8 p.m. What get your prediction for that game? There are two middle teams in.
I think say this guy will just leave that in CEO's position, come be coach. For me,
Okay,
Ronaldo will just leave that CEO position, come be coach. He needs to train these players on how to bury chances. It's just one of those things. He has that flair of burying chances, but he sits up there and sees his players miss credible chances that he could come in and score at any time with his eyes closed.
Your
He needs to
prediction
come
for
and
that
teach them. So I think Mallorca is going to be winning again.
John?
I'm going to back Valladolid, but I think it will be a draw.
Okay, in the Serie A, it's AC Milan versus Lecce. AC Milan they are picking up form gradually in the Serie A, but in that game, what do you think the prediction will be?
I am biased here, and I'm going to say AC Milan.
You are going to give it to AC Milan to win.
Yes.
Chukwueze is probably
will support big team before.
Probably Chukwueze is going to be playing to. Let's say he probably starts and probably gets on the score sheet. Okay, in the Bundesliga is Borussia Dortmund versus Bochum. Borussia Dortmund has been off and on this Bundesliga game.
After losing that last game against Salzburg, I think they'll be running these people riots and they will be going 3-1.
3-1?
Yes.
John?
Narrow win or draw.
Okay, in the Ligue 1 in France is Auxerre versus Brest. That one is 6 p.m. Then PSG versus Rennes. Let's talk about the PSG game. Apart from Mbappe, since they remove Mbappe from that team, they are not really, I won't call them a big team like that. They don't have this weight on them to win the Champions League or win anything again. Nobody's not talking about them. Even the media have left them alone because there is no Neymar, there is no Mbappe, there is no Messi. So nobody's talking about them. He is doing his thing quietly, even though them and Marseille have the same points on the table. Marseille is also fighting for their life to win the Ligue 1. But PSG, what do you expect in that game? Win?
For me, PSG have a laundry list of injuries. Like, the laundry list is annoying right now. Over 9 players out. They are a formidable side. They should be able to win this one. Rennes aren't, let me say, one of those big sides in Ligue 1. They should be able to muscle them over.
You know, when they talk say it's not one of those big sides in football, they look the best way they talk, and because now 11, I still say this, it's 11 against 11. These people are also doing their homework on how to shut you down. So for me, though PSG has built in recent years, they don't have that pressure of them. They've lifted that pressure of them since the selling of Kylian Mbappe, Messi and Neymar, and all of those big names leaving their side. That pressure has been lifted of them. So I think they'll be going on to win this one.
What's the prediction?
2-1 for PSG.
Okay, 2-1 for PSG. Remember, guys, we are live every day on YouTube at Vote FN Sports. We are live every day on YouTube at Vote FN Sports. When you go there, please like our comment, like our videos, comment and share our content. We have an amazing content for you to watch there at Vote FN Sports. Okay, this is how we are going to be ending today's show. Thank you for the calls. Thank you for our YouTube comments. We have a whole lot of YouTube comments. It was buzzing today. Emmanuel was saying a whole lot of things about I won't say he's attacking Nonso, but you know, it's disagreeing with Nonso.
They are all passionate Man United fans. They can continue.
Not really.
Ten Hag should share maybe 1% of his salary.
Okay, let's see what Ten Hag is going to be doing this season. If he's going to be staying at Manchester United at the end of the season, or if they're going to let him go. But let's see what happens with Manchester United and Ten Hag. Okay, this is how we ended today's show. My name is Godwin. I'll be seeing you on tomorrow. Tomorrow is Premier League preview. Remember, Premier League is starting, is playing. Tomorrow's weekend is going to be fun. All the top 5 leagues they are playing tomorrow, so we are going to enjoy football weekend again. See you tomorrow. My name is Godwin. Bye for now.
Hello, Enugu, and welcome to Vote 104.3 FM, where music meets the voltage.
Take a break and enjoy the show.
Sports.
Alex Iwobi gets the ball out to the left-hand side. The delivery comes in.
Entertainment. News and politics.
Enugu State Governor has sentenced
Gospel.
and let them have dominion. The kingdom of God is within people.
Different